Hello everyone, how are we doing tonight? Hopefully we're keeping up with everything good. Already got some activity in the chat as we're getting started here. I'm just waiting for the game to load and then we're going to get started. No pre-recorded footage this time. I'm ready and raring to go. Except for I should use the bathroom first. I'm just now remembering that. But well, I guess we'll just see how long I can last. Brandon G, welcome to the stream. Hey buddy, saw you had one watching had to join. Like your channel anyway, always fun. Oh, I appreciate that. Oh wait, it didn't start yet. I'm hitting dislike. I always have to. Some people ask me why I do that. I always have to start it with something to just to show up on the screen, just to see if the stream is going to work. Because I've had somewhat decent luck trying to get this going, and I mean it's less than few and far between. But I'm still getting stuff ready most of the time. You guys might be able to tell what game we're playing. That is loud. Is that the music that's supposed to be on there? Is that the crashing of the waves? I had to turn it way down for you guys so it doesn't blow out your speakers or eardrums. Either that or it's not playing well with my AES, and that could be too. I'm just going to do one of those and see what happens. Hey, OXO, welcome to the stream. Yes, I saw your comment before, and I actually just responded because I just saw your comment about if I'm streaming tonight, so... Yes, I am. Still sounds like the thing going on there. Just kidding. Hello, I appreciate that. Thanks, Brandon. Gus, the starter, welcome to the stream. Dude, to you as well. Christopher Lawrence Chris asked if, did I hear the news about Scott the Waz? I've got nothing. Nothing new and out of the ordinary anyway. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, OXO asked about that too. Some people are launching fireworks outside of your house. I hope it's fireworks. Depending on the time of the year, I think the same thing. Why my chat is not scrolling over here, I have no idea. Hang on, folks. Let's see. There we go. For some reason, it wasn't showing all of the chat. Yeah, I have that happen too, I guess, but that usually happen for me around 4th of July. But then again, I'm also downrange from, there's a shooting range out in the country. I live in like a rural area to begin with, and there's a shooting range near me, so I mean, and there's the jail and the police station not even a block that way. Let's just say I live in a very secure location. Broadcasting you from the bunker. Before I forget to turn the stream light on. Yeah, Scott the Waz is going to air on G4. Oh, okay. Yeah. I did hear he was going to be on TV, pretty much for the fact that he can be. How do I change this to easy? Ode USA. Oh, very easy and beginner. Well, I'm definitely a beginner. Yeah, I was going to say the audio is messed up. Maybe this is a bad ROM, and I'll have to try a different one. If this is a bad ROM, I can just switch over to a different game. But I really wanted to try Samurai Shodown 2 because I don't have the cartridge version. I have the original cartridge of Samurai Shodown or Samurai Spirits 1. So yeah, that's why I just stopped the audio on that. No, didn't know. Do watch his stuff occasionally. Yeah, and that's the thing with me. I started watching his stuff because it started getting recommended in the feed, and it's okay. I mean, really, he's the modern day angry video game nerd, isn't he? A button light attacks with weapon. B button medium attacks with weapon. Oh, by the way, I guess I should give my opinion of the. Yes, I am. Yeah, I don't want. I'm not trying to. Yeah, everything's just giving like a... Yeah, that's definitely not sounding right. I'm gonna spare us all this and just... Oh, hang on. I'm gonna have to mute the capture for a second. There we go. Let's try a different Samurai Shodown. Hopefully this one works a little bit better. Which that means there will also be another loading time period in there. I have the AES original. Let's try the original. I don't know. The original is never as good as like what they do for the remakes. I heard 3 is good as well. Try 3. This one will take a little bit to load though. So while this is loading, we'll keep going with the chat. Yeah, he said it in the community tab. I actually saw Chris. I saw his presentation at was it Too Many Games? And that's where he announced it. He had like a little 60-second clip video, and at the end it said "coming to television." But at the time, he couldn't say what station he was going on. He just said it was cable. So yeah, good for him. That's something that AVGN never got going. How much is a normal AES ROM? Are you talking about the size? So they go by megabits. If you're going by the size, if you're talking about a normal, the cost of a normal game, it really depends. Samurai Shodown I got for a decent price, so that's why I have it in my collection. Yeah, but it's megabits, and I want to say the earlier games are up to around 100 megabits, and it's not 100 megabytes. That's like 100 megabits is only like 12.5 megabytes, but the load speeds on the NeoGeo are slow. So it's not like loading 12 megabytes on a modern platform. And what it's doing actually is, right now I've got a screen that says that it's flashing the internal memory on the Neo SD cart, and it is actually loading a flash ROM, or I guess a flash, what would that be? It's not random access, a flash solid state memory core. It's loading that up with the game. So it's got to load the entire game into that flash chip before it can actually start up. And the speed on it's slow, and I don't know if that's specifically because it has to be, so the Neo Geo doesn't freak out. But yeah, that's what it is. So it's kind of like, it's faster than loading it on a Neo Geo. I have to stop my capture of that last one. It's faster than loading it on Neo Geo CD-ROM. This could be my Neo Geo. Oh. I heard a little bit. I heard it a little bit okay without the buzzing. It could be my Neo Geo. Let's shut this off. Let's try this all over again. If this doesn't work, I have a backup plan to play Neo Geo games, but it's not anyone's favorite. The ROM's already loaded, so let's try it again. It could be that the audio is having difficulty, and I've had this every once in a while happen on here, and I'm sure there's a capacitor that may need replaced, but when I last opened this up, it looked fine to me. So, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't have to let it go again. And it looks like it's not getting the audio on here. Yeah. So I'm going to listen to this for a little bit. Sorry if this annoys you guys, but I got to... See, right here, it's fine. I think it's a corrupted sound effect. It's gotta be. I'm gonna reseat the cartridge. Let's try that. This is actually very good that you guys get to see this, because so this is what I've been streaming off of. Oh, sorry, wrong camera. This is the Neo SD cart that I've been using, and it's been working great up until now. But I haven't powered this on in about 2 or 3 weeks. Actually, it's been quicker than that. I just haven't streamed it in a while. And it could be that I just need to reseat and make sure everything works again. But the great thing is, I don't have to reflash the ROM. See, that sounds fine. That's perfectly fine. So I think it's the game. That sounds better. You just never know. You never know what's going to be the thing that's wrong with your cartridge. Think it's a bad ROM? It's always the hardware. It's always the hardware. This thing works like a champ. So I am going to reset this so I can get the proper beginning and start capturing. I'm just going to test it one more time, make sure that it works. Because like I say, this sounds fine. There we go. Yeah, it's like not. It was probably making intermittent contact with one of the pins. And this looks, by the way, the games on the NeoGeo always look amazing, but you are seeing this on real hardware, and it is being upscaled with an FPGA upscaler called the Retro Tank 5X Pro, and it's only going to 1080p, so technically this is like 4X. But it can go up to 1440p, but I can't stream at 1440p. I don't have the ability. My capture card only passes through 1080. I'm sorry, it can show 1080, but it can pass through 4K. So here we go. You guys will see some of the battle animations in here. This also means I can go back and play Samurai Shodown 2, but I doubt I do. So here's some things I know about this game as we're getting started. Hey, by the way, I should... Sorry, I missed all you new peeps in the chat. Let's go with you guys. Oh, you said, yeah, basically OXO. I think that was where I left off. Apparently people thought Scuff was would air on Adult Swim. I could see that, actually, to tell you the truth. And I wouldn't have, I mean, G4 makes sense too, but it also makes sense for Adult Swim just because of his humor. Rick and Morty-ish, let's call it that. I've actually been a person who's never seen a single frame, I guess maybe a frame because there's so many memes, but I haven't seen a single episode of Rick and Morty. It doesn't really appeal to me. I mean, yeah, it's the Back to the Future pairing of a kid and a mad scientist, but I don't know. Didn't cross to this generation, I guess, to me in my generation. The biggest retro game you have is Flashback on the SNES. Flashback was an interesting game. The only console I own that for is the Sega CD at the moment. I mean, it's got to be cheap on the SNES. You have no fear. And what did it say? I should be reading this out. Gary North, welcome to the stream, by the way. Good evening from the UK. Good evening to you as well. It's late for you. So I wouldn't call this evening. I would call this... It's almost midnight for you, isn't it? You asked, have I noticed any advantage in loading speeds from using the carts? So there is no loading times after the initial load. Basically, what this cartridge is right now, this is a Samurai Shodown 3 cartridge. The part that is the loading is when you want to take another game from the SD card and play it on there, it has to load the entire thing onto the flash memory in the cart. So I think I kind of explained that. I don't know if you're probably in the middle of that when I was troubleshooting everything. Have no fear, to slice and kill, to survive. Alright. We're going to go to beginner. Mode USA is fine. POW, normal, sure. Alright, let's take a look at the controls here. I've got A is light, medium, and strong, and then D is kick. So light, medium, strong is all arm fist attacks. I almost said arm attacks. So that's going to be those. And then there is one kick. I will say this game, I think, is the one where they started doing dark versions of each character and light versions of those. So, yeah, I think this is the one where I started doing it. I've been doing some research for this because this is the next video that I'm working on in the NeoGeo series. Since I'm still in the fighting games, is I'm going to cover all the Samurai Showdowns. And that, just like The Art of Fighting, there's a couple that made it over on different platforms. King of Fighters had that too. Been really thirsty for water today. So, have I noticed any advantage in loading speeds? Not really. I mean, because it acts just like a cartridge when it's done. The advantage is I get all the games on one cart. I don't have to keep constantly reseating the cartridge or pulling one out, cleaning the contacts, putting a new one in. I have a library of games that literally sits just on the other side of this door, right out here in a bookshelf. I have it in a huge bookshelf because these cartridges are massive. So they don't fit on any of my other game shelves that are in the game room behind me. And if I haven't said so before, the game room that I film in front of my shelves where my Nintendo collection is and my CRTs and everything is literally right behind my head. So yep, this is just the basement where I make use of everything. Then I have a home theater set up over here where I like to watch movies. Recently, there's a movie that's out I want to see. I might ask if you guys have seen it. It's a Christmas movie. It was new last year, and it intrigues me. I want to know if you guys know anything about it. Let's take a look here. 8-bits, SNK boy, welcome to the stream. Everybody in the chat. Yep, in the UK as well, OXO is, yep. Check my Twitter messages. I'm glad you said that because I have not been on Twitter in a heartbeat. So I will check that if I get a moment here sometime during the stream. There's going to be a bathroom break for sure. I've heard this is the game series that most people like. So that's why I'm giving it a try. Like, I don't want to say that most people like, but I think it's the one that most people would say this is what you got to start with. I'm just going to go with the default character and see what happens. And I've got to clear off some desk space here so I have room for the... Look at this controller. This is the controller that came with the NeoGeo. Slash, do you want slash or bust? See what I mean about the darker character? I'm going to do the slash character first. Normal game. Beginner's class. Upper grade. Let's go with beginner's class and see what happens. It's a great Mortal Kombat clone. Okay. On guard. Do they have fatalities? I've heard that they have fatalities. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. He has a special move. I don't know, how do I block? Is there such a thing as a block in this game, or is there just evade? There we go, I got him with that one. But look what I have to do to use my POW. That's the combo at the bottom of the screen I have to do to use my POW, isn't it? Crazy. There we go. I keep trying to use a... There we go. I keep trying to use my most powerful attack so I can get through the fight. Conclusion. No fatality move there. Dueling is my passion. Dietre? Whatever that means. I'm pretty sure this could be the MVS version that I'm playing. Oh. The key is once you get a combo going, just stick with it until it doesn't work anymore. Oh. There we go. You guys might hear me clicking away at the buttons. Jamie Lozano, welcome to the stream. Hey, do I recommend... Let me pause here for a second. Hey, do I recommend a NeoGeo CD, much more affordable than the AES or MVS, especially with an SD loader? If you're going to get an SD loader, MVS may be the way to go, but it takes, I don't know. That's a good question, Jamie. And I'll say this, I don't own a NeoGeo CD, so I can't really say for sure, but I think the NeoGeo CD is definitely going to... Oops, darn it. I've got the guy that throws the bombs out you got to watch out for. There we go. Oh, he got me. I would say an AES with a loader is going to be expensive, but I think it's the best way to go in terms of having a good game experience. Because it can play both NVS and AES games without much trouble. But the NeoGeo CD is going to be a cheaper investment overall, but most likely you're only going to find one for Japan, so that could Like the power adapter for that could be a thing. Oh. What in the world? No way I could use my... There we go. That's what I do. So yeah, I guess my recommendation is I can only vouch for the AES with a Neo SD cart is awesome. I think you might still suffer from load times with the NeoGeo CD. A lot of people say that, but it is so much cheaper. And to get original games, it's so much cheaper. Like, leaps and bounds cheaper. The other disadvantage you might have is there are a lot of games that were not released on the NeoGeo CD. So I don't know exactly which ones there are. No, the MVS has the most, but the MVS has the most difficult setup. Yeah, there is a fatality kind of. Okay. 8-bit SNK boy, you have your perspective in there. I'll read that here in a second, but you probably already read it. How close was I to your opinion? Ooh. The problem is, if you choose a more powerful move, you may... Okay, hang on. I can't talk and do this at the same time. How is he blocking? Okay. I have heard that you can do that, and I lost my weapon. I was trying to trigger that earlier, and I couldn't. You just say his own name? You got me on the way back. There we go. I got one of those off. Oh! Look at how close we were. This is on beginner, by the way. I couldn't get back past how many people? 3? Well, we're definitely going to have to try that again. Let me see. He said, Jamie, I personally would only recommend a... We're gonna go again. I may choose a different character, though. I'm not going to choose Umbrella Guy. I'm going to choose this guy. Let's go with Bust. Just because I can, and... Beginner class. Beginner's class. Fair and square. Battle 1. On guard. Let the music keep playing here for a second. Do NeoGeo carts have their own sound chip because this music sounds awesome? No, this is all... Well, they can have their own programmable sound effects, but it's using the sound chip built into the NeoGeo. Sorry, I missed that comment earlier. Gus, you had said that earlier. Let me see. 8-bit says, I would only recommend a NeoGeo CD if you aren't bothered by loading times, especially in the fighting games. They are not really an issue in any other genre of the NeoGeo CD. Oh, okay. Like you can chop your opponent's head. I have heard that. I know 5 has a very graphic, if you get the original ROM, has a very graphic fatality in it. I've heard that before. Personally, I would never hack a NeoGeo CD with an SD loader, but then again, okay, everyone wanted on an AES or MVS yet. I've heard the loading times with the SD loader are so much faster, though. It could be, but I mean, by much, much faster, instead of like 2.5 minutes, it could be 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes is still a long time if you sit there and wait for it. Yes, the NeoGeo CD has a smaller library. It does have the odd exclusive. Nothing worth losing sleep over. What am I playing this on? MVS to CRT? No, this is an AES. This is the Japanese AES coming out through Composite into a RetroTink 5X Pro. So it's got a professional upscaler just doing regular old composite video on there. So yes, thank you Dante24 for that question. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Epwo, welcome to the stream. Samurai Shodown 3 might be your least favorite game on the main series. Well, I was trying to play 2, and I may go back to 2 here in a second. After I get through this guy. If I can beat this guy, I'm going to go back to 2, because that's the one I wanted to initially try. Yes, the SD... Oops, I'm still capturing. Ugh, don't need to capture this anymore. SD is much faster. There are comparisons online. Personally, I like owning the actual discs, but that's just your choice. Yeah, if you're going to go SD, why not just go for the AES? It's expensive either way, to be honest. And the least amount of setup is an SD card into one of these systems. If I'm right, there is a version of this cartridge that will allow you to do NeoGeo CD exclusives on here as well. I have not tried it yet, though. I don't know if I have that, is what I'm saying. Samurai Shodown Fine Special is the one to play. Okay. That was the... I didn't realize until doing research, that was the last game ever released on the NeoGeo. So maybe I'll do that, too. NeoGeo CDZ is the better option if you have the money. Yep, and that's another thing, too. Now we're back to high cost again. Your favorite Sam Show game is SS2? Yep, that's the one I tried to get. Because I do remember... I like... The first one's okay. Like, it's good for a start. Alright, so that did nothing. Okay, that's not doing it. How is he avoiding those? I'm right there. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. This is one of those things where I don't know if I'm going to get this, but I'm just doing all sorts of directions trying to trigger my... Oh, time is over. I was trying to trigger my POW attack, and I was trying to do it by randomly clicking directions and the buttons. There we go. Trying to change my middle attack, but it's not. Oh, I was trying to shove him into the bomb. Alright, so I feel like I was hitting him without accomplishing any damage whatsoever. This is so close. This is so close. Did I win? I did win. We're still in this, guys. Okay, he does like to counter, doesn't he? He's not letting me have this one, guys. So I remember, too, they said something about a parry move. Oh, jeez. Come on, come at me, brah. Nope. Yep. Beginner is too much for me. Any of the backgrounds on those were uninspired? Okay, I did hear that about one of the games, but I don't know if it was this one or not. I'm going to let this count down. I'm going to load up the second one again like I initially tried. I want to see if it works. No, I would not like to save any evidence that gameplay attempt ever existed. Alright, let's go ahead. I'm going to load up the next one here. Yeah, the second model is better than the first model. Are you talking about the NeoGeo CD? The CDZ is the best model to get. I do know that. You're also never the biggest fan of the slash and bust options. See, a lot of people... I remember hearing, seeing reviews online, again, since I was researching these, of people complaining that they added them in, and then those same people complained when they took them away. So I don't know what to believe if people were really big fans of slash and bust or not. To me, it doesn't make any difference. Yeah, that was the AES version of 3. I only have the MVS version of 2. So right now, it's saying erasing. It's wiping the flash memory, and then it's going to load it up with flash again. So here it is going. And it's probably only going to take like a minute, but it feels like forever when you're sitting there waiting for it. Row S, welcome to the stream. Samurai Shodown, just beat it with Haumarahu. Hawamaru. There we go. on the Switch a few weeks ago. Do you have the new one then, or are you playing the Anthology Collection ROS? 2 and 4 are your favorites. There's nothing wrong with 5 or 5 Special, but the balance is way off. I have heard that about 5. That was a common complaint about 5. But they also said the same thing about 3, that the balance is off. And yes, that seemed way off to me. It was beginner, but that character with the umbrella, way overpowered. Samurai Shodown 2 is your favorite, and that's what I'm playing next. That's the one I was gonna try to play first, because I've heard this one is very well regarded. I guess people like 4 too, but I've heard 5 Special is like they tried to do too much with it, but they called it like a fond farewell to the NeoGeo. Basically, is what the reviews have been saying. Leslie McDowell, if I haven't said so, welcome to the stream. I have all of them on the NeoGeo Arcade Stick Pro. They are very hard to memorize combos. Yes, I agree with you on that. Sounds like we're ready to go. Throw on that capture card. Samurai Spirits is an awesome series, yep. I have heard this is like one of the best fighting series SNK ever made, and that's kind of funny because this is the one I knew the least about. I had heard of Art of Fighting, and I had played that on another system. See, this sounds... Oh yeah, we even got voice. The Japanese, but at least we got a voice. That's probably what the hissing sound was. I was trying to play that voice track and just something wasn't coming through correct. First 2 games did not have Slash and Bust. Yes, that sounds right to me. But I also heard, I don't think Slash and Bust was in... They took it away again in something else. What does that say? Hold on. The stream's current bitrate is higher than the recommended bitrate. Why do you care if it's higher? I recommend you use a stream bitrate of 4,500. Nah. This is good. This is what OBS automatically set to, by the way. You guys are seeing this well. I do like that it zooms in and out on the characters. That was a very good use of that. I'm going to cough again, so give me just a second here, guys. What? People strip without clothing? Well, we are going to hide this user on the channel. User's messages will be hidden. Isn't that nice? And the second message was held for review. And yep, it's still trying to go. By the way, welcome to the stream, IC Pizza Boy. How many fighting games on the NeoGeo? I counted over 50, but I don't have the exact number to show you. Let me look that up real quick. Because I did do that research, because I do plan to say the exact number, or at least the number I came up with, during the video when I do the fighting games. And right now, I think I grabbed... When you say on the NeoGeo, do you mean the AES or the MVS? Or even the odd titles on there? Because I include some from the MVS. Let's see here. Just in the Fatal Fury and King of Fighters franchise alone, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16. We have 17 fighting games just on the King of Fighters and the Art of Fighting. So that's 17. With Samurai Shodown, there's 6 games. 5 and then 5 special. 6 games on the NeoGeo. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. My bad. That was the King of Fighters and Fatal Fury. Fatal Fury. Did I already do the Fatal Fury series? Yeah. So I was just making sure. I thought I did the Art of Fighting as well. Guess I haven't done that one yet. Or maybe I have and I forgot to publish it. King of Fighters, Fatal Fury is all 17 games. 17 plus 6. I gotta carry the 1. 23 games. So 3 of these gaming series accounts for half of the fighting games, roughly. And then here's a slide that has no other, like, rhyme or reason. 14, 16, 20 more. That's 46. 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. I count 54. So around 54 games out of the 118 that were released on the NeoGeo, or the 149 on the MVS. About half the games are fighting games. I should have known when I did this that I had to split this up into multiple reviews. Or split off some of these videos so I can do it on there. Let me see. Samurai Shodown 2 and Garou are probably your favorite NeoGeo fighters ever. Garou, Mark of the Wolves, I had no idea that was a Fatal Fury game. Like, not even a hint. I had played that game before on the Dreamcast, and I liked it. I had no clue. I mean, I just thought that they, kind of like the King of Fighters, combines some of their characters and things like that. By the way, did I mention, welcome to the stream, I see Pizza Boy, I saw your comment in there. We'll play this here in just a second. I gotta catch up on the chat before I do. Are NeoGeo games on PS2 emulated? My guess is yes, Jamie. They probably have to be. I doubt they are a straight port. PS2 did a good job emulating NeoGeo. Yeah, I think I did. Leslie says that you have 182 NeoGeo MVS/AES ROMs. So I counted, I guess, I don't know if there's like alternate versions and ROM patches and hacks and things like that, so there probably could be. Add in the exclusives from each one. Yeah, you might have 182 there. If not, it's pretty close. Versus Fighters, 51. Okay. I'll say, you guys know better than me. I just counted up the ones that I have researched. So I don't know if that's the end-all, be-all. But it's almost half of the games, or 1/3 of the entire MVS library. Garou was awesome. 1 through 5 special all NeoGeo games were not unique. Oh yes, Samurai Shodown 6 and after were not, yes. That's right. Took me a little second, I had to comprehend what I was reading. Yes, Garou is awesome. I just learned that the AVS was meant to be a rental system. AES. Yeah, that was combining the MVS and the AES, but yes. This was meant to, and it was only a rental system in Japan. In the US, they just started outright selling it. This goes to show that in Japan, they won't spend the money, but we will. Well, I guess they did spend the money in Japan, too. Okay, there's 2 of them, Samurai Shodown, and a Samurai Shodown collection on the Switch. Okay. You have just the regular Samurai Shodown. So that's the reboot. That's the only one in the series I haven't played yet. I've taken a chance at playing a few of these. Enter again. That stick. Option mode USA. Yep. Nope. We're just going to go from scratch. This is going to go into the controls. The controls should be the same, right? Checking this out as we're going through. We also had a good Samurai Shodown collection. Yeah, that was on the Wii, the PSP, and the PS2, wasn't it, Hepwa? But yeah, you're right about that, Dante, about it being a rental system beforehand. Yep. Just imagine how rare and collectible these things would be if they only kept it as a rental system. Okay. So yeah, this one I have to do some more parrying where I have to roll forward and backwards to dodge attacks. Sprite animations look good. Oh yeah, the sound's good. I was checking for that. Okay, there's no time on this. You want the guy with the giant arm? That guy looks like he'd be tough to beat. You want the guy with the wolf? I guess I'm the guy with the wolf. Time has passed since the last trouble. New battles are going to start. Now again. Oh yeah, I've heard that these things are bad, have some pretty bad translations. 53 if I count King of Monsters and 3 count Bouts. I don't, since they're really wrestling games. Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw in 3 count Bout as part of these games. Just under the you're fighting somebody. But yes, that is more of a 3 count Bout is more of a wrestling game. Oh, jeez, that was, jumped right into that one. Okay, this is, Alright, button mashing doesn't seem to work in this game as much as I would like it to. That guy looks like he's supposed to be a parody of either Edward Scissorhands or Freddy Krueger. There we go. And again, there's no way I'm going to be able to pull off that owl move. Not with it this far out of practice. Okay, and that's good. When I see his POW gauge drain like that, that means he wasted it without hitting me. That was pretty easy, right? You know, the last Blade games, I own them on both on cartridge. Gecko no Kishi in Japan. I'll have to take a look at that. I don't know if I have any of those, actually. Gecko no Kenshi. Alright, so I guess I did okay. Well, I was nearly defeated, huh, Poppy? I'm assuming that's supposed to be Puppy. We're going again. Give you my knock for justice. Yeah. Definitely some different cultural influences with this game. Because they have on guard like it's fencing, but oh, that guy turns red. Why does he turn red? Oh. Oh, that was me. I performed a special move. Waste your POW. Oh, I don't know how I did that, but I did it. Yeah, I didn't think the guy with the dog, or the wolf, was going to be a good character to pick, but not too bad. Alright, so duck is apparently block. I feel like I'm kicking when I'm not meaning to, so that's kick. Is there a strong and weak kick button in this game? Oh, that looked like it worked out not in my favor. Oh, well, that guy had a fire fist for me. I've been trying to pull off that move again, but I don't know if I can in this one. That's the problem. Yeah, I knew I was going to lose that one. I'm also still trying to figure out the controls as I go. Must be a blood code, the original PS1. I always feel like when I throw him that I'm going to get damaged from that. Oh! Finish him! There we go. C is weak kick, D is medium, C and D is strong kick. See, that's what it said in the other game, Hepwo, but I think it's a little... It feels like it's different in this one. I guess C and D is a combination that I can use, but I haven't been. Horrible atmosphere. And he was being carried away in a coffin. Much like the Soul Calibur games that came later, characters in Samurai Shodown come from all over the globe. Okay. Heard stories of arcade owners putting Japanese MVS carts in. Governor has a lot of control motion moves. Well, now I'm fighting myself. Oh. Like that. So here's the problem. Even though I can clearly tell the difference between the two sprites when we're standing apart, it also helps if I'm pointed in the right direction from this. When we're close together, it's going to be hard for me to tell which one I am. Nope. See, that's what I said. I thought I threw him down, but I didn't. Don't know who's hurting who, but I'm just going to assume if I keep pressing the same button, it leads to victory. Just like in Soul Calibur. What happened there? There we go. Did I just win? I did just win! Look at that. I have a sliver of health that's not even visible. Alright, so that time he got me. So he's able to use his... There we go. Cut open the fish barrel. I am just having a good old time pressing whatever button I can. I like the shark in the background, by the way. Oh, the dog. I don't think this one's gonna work. Oh, how'd I get health back? Oh, keeps throwing turkeys and the guy just stole them. I forgot there's a guy who's throwing both health up items and still in this fight. Not gonna win it, but yeah. Okay. Well, I got farther than I thought I would, but again, about character 3 seems about right. This is weird, you've never seen green blood in these. In the US version, the blood gets replaced with sweat, yep. Yes, I do have the Japanese AES, so there is not very much censorship. I think that's going to do it for me for this game. Let's go ahead and try 5 Special, since that's another one that I've heard has been a... Yep. Has been one I should try. The future is now. SNK. At least it shouldn't be. I saw green blood, not red as it should be. Can't tell you why that's happening. I am playing... This was the... I don't know if this is the... Oops. Sorry, I muted myself instead of the game. There we go. That could just be how the... that was happening earlier. That could just be how the... what's it called? Composite video upscaler is displaying it. It might be trying to guess at what color it should be based on dithering patterns. And sometimes it'll show a rainbow effect. Yeah, it's not reading the SD card now. I knew I was having issues. It's every once in a while when I leave this unplugged for a while, it likes to give me some issues. So, back to troubleshooting. Try this again. No SD card present. Please insert an SD card in the cartridge. It is in there. I have to bring this thing back in for warranty. How about that? I always try to stick this straight down, but it doesn't always want to go straight in. Reseat the SD card. You need to have some music in here. Oh, I did see the rainbow effect on the health bar. Yeah. So that rainbow effect is specifically due to the fact that the composite video, I mean, on a CRT, that would be scaling. It would be showing that rainbow bar that keeps going across there, and it's it's basically a side effect of composite video. So what the upscaler's trying to do is it's trying to... Still getting that message. I've never had this much difficulty getting this to work. That's what I get for letting ancient technology sit for more than a week. There we go. Try this again. No SD card is found in the cartridge. I told you guys, it's having its day today. This is the finickiness of retro technology that I always have to deal with. You guys usually don't have to see it, but this is also one of the reasons why I don't usually stream on original hardware. And yep, sadly, we're gonna switch over because it doesn't look like I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that off stream. That's okay. I do have my backup. We'll come back to this again next time, but it's having too many issues. Got an issue, here's a tissue. And we'll plug this in. And I gotta plug in the controller. First I gotta find one that works. This is actually the first time since I've been streaming the NeoGeo that I had to put a backup plan into effect. I've always had the backup plan ready. It's just never been needed until now, so this has been overall fairly reliable. I don't want to talk down to it because I really do think this usually works out well. Let me unplug it. The first we had the issue with the sound was having issues. So it lets me know there's something not quite right here that I have to troubleshoot later on. Did I go right past it? Alright, what game was I going to try? 5 Special? I don't know if it's going to be called Samurai Shodown on here or Samurai Spirits. Alright, yeah, and there's different versions of this ROM, so let's try this one. Let's see if it comes on first. And it's loading. Not frozen, it's just loading. Oh, it doesn't have the intro. There we go. But the funny thing is this reminds me of the intro to Samurai Shodown 3 or 2. I'm okay with the imbalance of a lot of arcade games because people who need to master the skills, yep, still need a challenge. That's absolutely true. Important to utilize those characters correctly. That's the thing, if I just want a quick playthrough of this just to capture some gameplay footage for... This is obviously the MVS version since it's saying there's a insert coin option. And you'll notice there's no rainbow pattern on this because this is being emulated. So I had to switch over from real hardware since the real hardware was giving me some fits. Samurai Shodown 5 Special. That's going to be the next one we're doing. 2004. I don't think I've seen any other game that's copyright 2004 on this thing. 1990 to 2004. What a huge time frame. We're going to see here, one of the things I heard people criticize this game for is that the battle animations seem a little chunky. Oh yes, we have blood. We definitely have blood, and the blood is the correct color. This looks like the same battle I just had in the last one, didn't it? So basically, what I've heard is, oh yeah, and notice at the top, you can actually see the dithering pattern in the health bars instead of the rainbow effect. Let me see. Heppo says Xbox 360 had Samurai Shodown Sen. It was kind of meh. I did see that, and I considered getting it for the review, but yeah, the reviews were kind of meh. 4 out of 10 does not make me think that's a game I need to go out of my way to collect. Fortunately, it just means the characters tend to get picked by a lot of people. Yep, so it can get pretty boring if you're used to the game. Yeah, that's true. Roas says, I played it at Mountain Mike's in the mid-90s. Next to it was 94 World Rally Champ by Glico Atari. Interesting. Or Galco Atari, sorry. Hey, Jezebelly, welcome to the stream. How's your night going? That was awful. The Hyper NeoGeo 64 games play a lot better, in my opinion, even if they do look like dogs compared to modern 3D games. I've heard a lot of people say that the Hyper NeoGeo 64 games were not that good. In this series, I haven't heard about anything else. Much better, yep. So, I mean, emulation on a modern display looks better. Just to let you know, and this is something that a lot of people argue with me about. They're like, oh, you always have to do it from original hardware. When you're playing on a modern display, emulation is going to give you the best image. It's going to natively put out at 1080p. Notice how there's no artifacts in this. I actually showed in the Ultimate NeoGeo review the emulated title screen versus a real title screen with the upscaler. I gotta tell you guys, it looks pretty darn close, with the original hardware looking slightly worse, just because it wasn't meant to put out a 1080p image. And yeah, I could go through and I could mod the system, but why would I want to change the original system? I should be playing these on a CRT, is really what I should be saying. Pretty decent, just chilling in bed. Hey, that's not a bad place to be for a Monday night. To tell you the truth, I was actually thinking this could be a short stream because I am pretty well tired. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night because we had like these very strong, I called them hurricane force, but probably not that bad. Really strong winds blowing in all day. The temperature dropped from 32 to 14 degrees today, and that's in Fahrenheit. So, for those of you in Celsius land, 14 degrees Fahrenheit is like negative 5 or 6 degrees Celsius. It got frigid all day today. But anyway, the reason why I was up for most of the night is about 1 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and I went to bed at 10. I wasn't an early to bed kind of person last night. I was just exhausted. So I went to bed early and I woke up at 1 to hear the branches of the bushes outside my window just smacking into my window, and it was so loud it woke me up. After about an hour, I got up out of bed, I got dressed, I grabbed some shearing utensils, whatever you call them, garden shears. I went outside and I cut off maybe half of the branches on that bush to make sure nothing was ever going to strike that window. By the time I got back inside, I went back to bed. I could not get back to sleep. Just one of those things. Really, really, really upset that I was not able to get back to sleep. I mean, by the time I got back to sleep, it was like 5-ish, and I get up at 5:30. So, I was never happy with that. Oh, by the way, gigapower. Nice. By the way, gigapower does not mean gigabyte. It means 768 megabits. And that's roughly 120 megabytes. Wait, hang on. I gotta do my math. That's less than 100 megabytes. That's like 90 megabytes. Ha. Oh, people sending me memes while I'm streaming. Windy here now. Is that right, I see Pizza Boy? Is it windy where you're at as well? Did I get snow? I did not. If it would have had any precipitation, it would have snowed last night, I'm sure. But no, we haven't got. I don't think we've gotten any snow yet this year. It did one day. It snowed for like an hour, but it didn't stick. So, you own a Hyper NeoGeo? You do 8-bit? Oh, I am very jealous because I've never. That's one of those consoles, or I'm sorry, not consoles, but arcade systems. That's one of those systems I feel I'm never going to own. So definitely happy for that. The Samurai Spirit games are literally the only ones worth owning for the system. Sad but true. Was there a King of Fighters game for that system as well? Like, what else is there besides those? Very cold out. 52 this morning, now 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, you're 0 Celsius now. I see, Pizza Boy. We're a little bit colder than you guys. Actually, that's what I got out my phone for, and I completely forgot. Here's the temperature now. Tonight we have a low of 15 Fahrenheit. It is currently 23 degrees, so yeah, it's going to get down to... It doesn't show me? Why won't it show me Celsius? Why won't it show me both? You know what this just sounded like to me? It sounded like Angry Birds for a second. Alright, sorry I don't know my Celsius charts as well as I should, but I'm going to guess around -5 to -6 degrees Celsius. Hey, we got someone who's, I'm assuming, Russian in the stream. We'll see if you're a bot or real. I've had a couple of Russian bots already try to attempt to get into the stream today, so don't take offense to that if you're real. But if you're a robot, you should take a lot of offense. Games back in home consoles were only 4 to 32 megabits. NeoGeo was in the hundreds. Yes, that is true. 15 years of active development isn't all that different from the Master System and the Wii lifespan. Just more circumstantial evidence that AES isn't a console. Well, the Wii didn't have 15 years of constant development, I'll say. Nintendo abandoned the Wii well before third parties did. And releasing one Just Dance game a year, because I'm pretty sure that's where you're heading with that, does not make a game console being relevant. But yes, I think I do. I have Just Dance 2019 for the Wii U, and I think I have Just Dance 2020 for the Wii. I think that was the last one they released, wasn't it? I don't think 2021 made it out there. Because I try to make it a point when they first release it so it's not super expensive. I try to buy the last game released for a system when they do it. So far, I forgot what the PlayStation 3's last game is, but I think I bought it. It's one of the EA Sports games, I think. Supposed to be 22 for a low? Okay, you got me. Just Dance just isn't relevant anymore. You know what the funny thing is? You would not have guessed this. I played Just Dance before the stream today. Just Dance Kids. My niece and I were. My niece came over and she wanted to play a dancing game, so I sent her that. All right, I am looking at my messages on Twitter. I have a message request. Oh, that's right. I forgot I block all messages. That's probably why I didn't get a notification. Oh, hang on a second. I've got a message from a sales representative. Ah. Someone's giving away a free podcasting mic in exchange for an Amazon review. Well, I'll get right on that. Not really. I saw that thing that goes, it seems like people only do things because they get paid. And I think that's just really sad. I thought about adding that to my stream, but I'm not, or adding that to one of my videos, but I don't go for the jokes. There was also, have you guys seen the show Dexter? Oh, I almost forgot. I didn't get back to that Christmas movie I want to get your guys' input on. 8-Bit, I am looking up your messages now. It says this media is hidden because it is from someone I do not follow. Well, we'll fix that right now. You saw it here on stream, 8-Bit. I'm following you. Don't make me regret it. There you go. The media is showing up. So here are some pictures of your NeoGeo stuff. You have a lot of boxes for these games. I have maybe 5 or 6 games that have the box with them, and I know one of them is a forgery. Well, forgery is copied box art, and the other one is from the NeoGeo. Who told me about them? NeoGeo Freak. I don't consider that one of the copied ones. But anyway, let me get this on here. You think Xenoblade Chronicles may have been the last game released on the Wii that Nintendo actually released? Probably around 2011, 2012. It's pretty much the last game that Nintendo released for the Wii U, Breath of the Wild. I think everyone kind of thinks that one. kind of knows about that one because of its thing. Hang on, I'm gonna cough again. Gonna cover my mouth. I need a button. Like, there's people tell me they have like a button to mute the stream using their stream deck. I don't have any of that fancy equipment. I just gotta move the mouse over and click it every time. Oh, you also have a NeoGeo CD collection on here. That's nice. I own nothing for the NeoGeo CD. But if you have that system, that's definitely going to do that. Wow, you sent me a lot of these. Thanks for taking the time to do this, by the way. Is that a Neo Pocket Color? You really went all in on the SNK stuff, didn't you? Yeah. Is that the Pocket Color or just the regular Pocket? I see Metal Slug for there. Pac-Man was released on that thing. Nice. Up, here we go. The minute I turn away from the stream. And we're going to hide user from the channel. By the way, that is a different bot. That's why they're back. There we go. Message deleted. So anyway, the Christmas movie is called Fat Man. Has anyone seen Fat Man yet? This Christmas movie that's out looks fun. We can talk about that too. I did say something about that last week. I watched that last weekend. So that is a Pocket Color. That's awesome, 8-bit. That is insane. I don't want to diminish this anyway by saying how much did it cost, because I know how much this would have cost. And is that one of the Hyper NeoGeo 64 cartridges that you have sit with your Game Boy Color sitting on top of it? I think it is. That's got to be Samurai Shodown. Yep, I see the 64 on there. I got to zoom in to be able to see them. So, oh, you have one without it too. Nice. That is an impressive collection. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that. Thanks for tuning me into that. Xenoblade was your favorite Wii game. Breath of the Wild is your favorite Wii U game. Both the last games released on their own consoles. So do you guys know what the last game, depending on your region, last game released for the Nintendo Entertainment System was? Since we're playing the last game on this one. And by the way, Fat Man, if you guys haven't heard about it, is a Christmas movie starring Mel Gibson as Santa. And apparently there's a guy who wants to kill Santa. So basically, think of Mel Gibson playing his character from Lethal Weapon, only as Santa Claus. Yes, they are giant cart. Well, they just don't look giant on the 64. They actually look like a wall panel that you need to mount to something. So yeah, there's a Pocket Color collection on the Switch. Might be a better way to play it than on the OG Neo Pocket. Had the same issues with the GBA, no backlit screen. Oh yeah, I can see that. Well, it could be easy to mod that too. By the way, I have seen 8-Bit Christmas, and I'll just say this. If you have kids, good movie to watch with your kids. I'm going to tell you this, your kids won't get a lot of the references, but it'll be fun for you to watch it, and the kids will think it's a neat movie. Alright, so the buttons on this are... I don't remember how I mapped the buttons on here, so this is going to be a pathetic playthrough. I meant to see if I can change the difficulty, but this is not the AES version. I see, Pizza Boy, you got it correct. USA is Wario's Woods. Does anyone know in the UK what your last NES game was? Why do I have these memorized? Is it because I did that review? Look at this roster of characters. That's the big thing on here, is that this has, I think, every character that's been in the entire franchise. Not sure about the NES, but the last game in Nintendo, I'm guessing, is Kirby. Around 93 or 94. Kirby was not the last game, and I don't think in any region. But yes, it was one of the later games. I was actually upset when that game came out for the... Oh yeah, this is nuts. I have no idea which button is which, and I've I can barely learn here. You don't know. That button seems to do nothing. But that should be a map button. Yep. Okay, did I use my POW somehow? I don't remember if I did. Conclusion. So yeah, this is I don't know how these buttons are mapped, but they're definitely not mapped in the way that I left them last time. We're gonna try that again, obviously. Let's try a different character. And this did get rid of the slash and bust one. I see Pizza Boy's got it again, is the Lion King. I remember that because I got a copy of the Lion King, and it doesn't work on my Nintendo. But I got it so I can review it for... I did almost every version of the Lion King that came out in 1994. I reviewed almost all those in the Lion King retrospective video that I did. And I was very shocked to see that they had one for the NES, so I'm like, oh, I should get that game. And yes, I did import the game from the UK, but it does not... It does not work in a North American NES, or at least I couldn't get it to work in mine. So I had to emulate it, and it is not good. It is not it's not as good as some of the other ones. To tell you the truth, it kind of plays like the Master System version, and I like the Master System / Game Gear version better. Oh, I won! And all I'm using is one button. Last game in Indonesia, you think is Wario's Woods? Okay. It could be. I was trying to think of the last game in Japan was something different from Wario's Woods and something different from the Lion King, but I do not remember off the top of my head what the Famicom's last game was. If I'm right, is there 3 rounds per battle in this one? I guess we might find out, but no, it looks like there's 2. If I win 2, I keep trying to press the button that does nothing. Oh, that was cheap. Yeah, the top loader, it should work. On the UK, the Lion King, this is a bad game, though. Oh, whoops. Took my eyes off the screen. That's right. Come at me. Come at me, sister from another mister. You don't like my single move fighting style, do you? Oh. Alright, I'm gonna try kicking again. Ah! Got it. I don't know what that lightning bolt symbol is in the corner. That's got to be something from the emulator. Last game for the Famicom is Master... Oh yeah, Adventure Island 4 by Hudson Soft. Chris, you got it. I don't know. I couldn't remember that for the life of me. But I have played Adventure Island 4. I emulated that way back in the day. Oh, this guy knows how to fight. And I don't. Okay, so that does do something, but nothing to hurt him. Yep. So I think I figured out what my 4 buttons are, but as I say, I'm not going to win. There's no way. There are fatalities in this game as well? Yep. Yeah, that Adventure Island 4 for some reason was not released in the US. You are correct about that. It was really... There we go. 3 slash. Oh, 14% counter. I don't like how we can block very easily. There we go. And he can seemingly... Of course. And he can seemingly block forever, but my block wears thin. So I don't mean to do it as many times as I am, so if it looks like I'm kind of stuck doing that move for a while, I don't keep trying that. That's a different button I'm pressing. Yep, the computer was getting upset with my lack of ability to play this game. It's interesting, but yeah, I think I'm all played out on Samurai Shodown. What else you guys want from NeoGeo? I'm gonna have to give you guys a second. I had to use the bathroom before I started the stream, and I didn't for some reason. So I will be right back. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, and we'll come back with some more stream. I do plan on playing a game from a different console before we're done, but we're actually going to be running short on time. Tonight's stream is going to be a little bit shorter. So let me use the bathroom. I will be right back. Keep up with the chat. If you guys notice any bots, let them know who's what, and we will be back in here in just a little bit. You know, I've already played Garou Mark of the Wolves, I think on stream, but I've definitely already played it on a video because we have that, but why not? This is set up for NVS, so it's still going to be looking for the quarter plugging version, so I can't change the difficulty. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Garou was also mentioned. Me in 1994. I wonder what the last game for the Super Nintendo and Genesis is going to be. 1998. Oh yeah, it's Frogger. You know, I do have Frogger for the Super Nintendo. I think I do anyway. What's the last game here everybody bought? Ooh. A great question. Gosh, that is a great question. Let me think. I'm trying to think. I just got some games on Black Friday. Last Cyber Monday. And the last game to come in the mail I just got it today, is a PlayStation 5 game called Demon Slayer. Anybody played that? Oh no, I forgot. PS4 game. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Remaster. I got that in the mail today. Because that was the last one I opened. I opened up, I got Just Dance 2022 for the PS5. I also got another game for the PS5. I just mentioned Demon Slayer. And then the last one I just opened up was Shin Megami Tensei 3 HD Remaster. I got Shin Megami Tensei 3 for the PlayStation Portable for like a really ridiculously good deal, apparently. I didn't know that I was getting such a good deal on it when I first put it out there, but apparently it is. So I've been wanting to play that on a console for a while, though. And it didn't come out on PlayStation 5 yet. I almost bought... you guys see that Samurai Shodown was optimized for the Series X? So that one is... I mean, that was one I could possibly... I haven't gotten a game. I haven't bought a physical game for the Series X yet. I have a whole bunch of Xbox One games that are optimized for the Series X, but for all the games that I have to buy for this generation, I plan to buy it for the PlayStation 5. Otherwise, the rest of them are on Game Pass. Like, I will not need to buy Halo Infinite because it's on Game Pass. And as long as I have Game Pass, I'm going to have access to it. Plus, I have heard that you can't boot any of the games off of disk without connecting online to download the rest of the game. I mean, to me, that just means, why would I buy a disc for a digital game? I actually did buy something unintentionally. I bought a game that requires, it's a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Apparently it only comes with part of the game on the card, and the rest of it requires a download. If I knew that, I would not have purchased it, physically. I bought that for the Switch because I've been having fun playing it on the PS5, and I really want to be able to play Tony Hawk in my hands. Because the last time I was able to play Tony Hawk in my hands was probably for the PSP, but I played it on the Game Boy, and the Game Boy Advance, and that did not go well. I got a Sega Classic Collection disc, the other WK for 360. Oh, nice. Sorry, took me a second. I gotta comprehend as I read. IC Pizza Boy says Diablo 2 Resurrected. That's a game I'm looking forward to playing. I know Diablo is on Game Pass, but is that also on Game Pass? IC Pizza Boy or anybody else in the stream? I'm pretty sure it's on Game Pass. If not, I will be buying it. Demon Slayer, is that an anime game? You know, I did so much shopping on the Cyber Monday deals, and some of the games, I should have known what they were before I bought them. But really, that game was just cheap. And I saw some of the gameplay, and I thought, yeah, why not? Yeah, Demon Slayer is a manga series. So it's called Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yambia, I think? I don't know. Let's get to the games. But yes, it's an anime series, but the game looked really fun when I looked it up. Demon Slayer, I'm going to look up Demon Slayer PS5. I should know this, but I picked it up on a whim of... You know what? It's cheap, and I won't buy any more games for a system for the next 4 or 5 months. After Christmas, I'll have so many games there. It's the Inokami Chronicles Deluxe. That's the one I got. It's also available for the PS4, but I got it for the PS5 because, I mean, why not? Yeah, you watched the anime. Heard it was pretty good. Followed the anime pretty well. So I'll let you know this. I didn't buy it for the anime. I just bought it because it seems like a good game. The game and anime, I believe. Oh, okay. Thanks, Chris. So I'm not really that into anime, but I do, like I said, I appreciate the culture. I do like some of the anime influences and like RPGs. Let's take a look at what the reviews say about this, because there was a review that specifically sold me on the game. I think, oh yeah, by the way, it's by Sega, so that's another thing that got me like, okay, is this a good game by Sega? Here it is. Demon Slayer on PS5 is almost a carbon copy of Naruto or Naruto, sorry, I always say it wrong, Naruto Ninja Storm. It plays almost identical, and if you're a fan of the Ninja Storm series, so what's funny is I actually just got Naruto Ninja Storm on another console recently too. So when I saw it, I'm like, all right, the reviews give it around a 4.3 out of 5 stars. Metacritic gives it a 70% or something like that, if that's a thing. GameStop reviews have 4.4 out of 5. Best Buy has 4.6 out of 5. But the user reviews for this game are off the charts. 96% of Google users liked the game. So I looked it up, I saw how it plays, I'm like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. But really, the game I've been playing this last weekend is I've been trying to get more into Tales of Arise. That's a game that's going to shove... There's going to be so much time I have to devote to that game that I don't have to devote to that game, that it's just going to drive me crazy. So I need to get back into it before I forget what happened in the game and what I need to do in the game.
They do not exist. Only winners.
The game is like you're really playing the anime. Okay, so I mean, you know what? I'll give it a shot. It looked good enough to me, and I think the game was like $20. It was either... I got it for either $20 or $15. And I can't remember where I got it from. Either Best Buy, GameStop, one of the retailers. So it wasn't like used or anything like that. But that's the reason why I got it, because I'm like, all right, for $20 for a brand new PlayStation 5 game, I'll give it a shot. Usually, I have higher standards. Like, if I held off, it's another thing too. If I hold off on buying games like that for too long, I don't think Demon Slayer is a game that's going to end up in the bargain bin. I think Demon Slayer is going to be like a game that, if you're into it, you're going to buy it, but it's going to have a limited audience. So it could be a game that people discard, or it could be a game, you know, I'm sorry, they don't buy it, so they're like discarding the idea of even getting it. Experience Share, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, sir? I did see you had yourself a bunch of posts for items that you had in your store over the Black Friday Cyber Monday week. I was wondering how it went. But to answer your question, I have not been playing Halo Infinite. I played it a couple of times, and I kept thinking to myself, I know I'm out of practice. Like, I know I'm out of practice on first-person shooters, and playing online for me for first-person shooters aren't really the best. And because I'm just not that good at it. But then I saw that people were able to use bot assist cheats, and that just, I checked out. So I will not be playing it again until the single player drops, which is this week, isn't it? Is it already out? No, it's out. It's out on the 8th, isn't it? So I won't be playing Halo Infinite again until I get that. So yep, you're 65 hours into Shin Megami Tensei 5, still nowhere near done with it yet. Yep. So that's where I'm at with Tales of Arise. That's gonna be a huge time suck. Sorry you kept it a secret, but you like anime too. Oh, that's all right. Like I said, I respect anime, but I'm not a big fan of anime, if that makes sense. Like, I get it, and it's just one of those things where I'm like, it's not that big of a draw for me to say, yep, I'm going to get into it and actually start following the storylines of those. But I get it. I can geek out with some people on it, but I'm not even a casual fan. Like, I know nothing about it. But I thought I picked a character. Rock Howard. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've gone back in time because I just played this game so recently, but there's so much has happened since the last time I played this game. I'm already getting a nostalgic feeling for a game I played 4 weeks ago. It may have been 6 weeks ago. Oriental Casino, woo. Went pretty well? Okay, I thought so, Experience Share. If I lived anywhere near you in terms of like a couple hours driving distance, you would probably have to kick me out of your store. I forgot I can't pause this game. So I shouldn't have started it before looking at that. Yeah, if you just tell it what you want, you'll be matched up against other Xbox users. That removes all the cheaters. Yes, that's what I thought. Thank you for confirming that, Experience Share. Because I just got used to all the controls in Samurai Shodown. I am completely off. Thankfully, I think... There we go. Half paying attention and still got the victory. Backlog RPGs, that's the story of my life, 8-bit. But yes, I have a backlog of RPGs as well, and this... I knew Tales of Arise was going to be good, and Shin Megami Tensei 3 HD Remaster is going to be big. I was going to get Shin Megami Tensei 5. The problem is, it never got discounted enough for me to want to buy it now. Because I can wait until next Christmas to play that game, and I have tons of games to play already. There we go. Ah, take that. I should have captured that. That was beautifully button mashed. Last games you bought were Wizard of War, Mr. Do, Pac-Man Jr. last week. No games since then. That sounds like you could have bought those last century. But that's not a bad. Did I tell you guys that I finally bought River Raid for the Atari 2600? I had so many people tell me with my 10 essential games for the Atari 2600 that I should have included River Raid. And I think I did in the sequel, but I still didn't own it at that time. So I had to use an emulated copy. Ah. Problem is, he can get a combo in and immediately take me down. I forgot this guy has a leg that can... And just takes me out. There we go. Trying to remember how to play this game. Why I didn't realize this was a Fatal Fury game is beyond me. I mean, it's one of those things that just went over my head. But yeah, the cheaters on Halo Infinite, as soon as I saw that was confirmed, I'm like, that's what I thought. Because there are people who had way too good of aiming on there. And not to say that they can't cheat on Xbox, they just can't cheat the same way, right? Ooh, that guy keeps using moves that I can't because I don't remember how to do that. Yep, I am going down like Chinatown. And there it is. No continues for me. So there's Garou. Like I said, I'm already kind of burnt out on the fighters. We need to do something that's not a fighter to end the stream. Like anime, but don't follow any of the current series. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way with you. Love the art and animations of this game. Yep. Well, like I said, it's one of those last... They were getting their last hurrah for this system. I heard weeb is nerds who like watching anime and can't socialize. Alright, so this Vark Tech has been added in by 2 different people, so sorry. You are getting taken out of the stream. There was a Russian account who did that earlier, so I'm pretty sure that's a bot. That will eventually come back to haunt me. And if it's not, sorry, should have typed something else. Do I mean Neon Genesis? Oh, not me, okay. SMT5, Shin Megami Tensei 5 is your game of the year for 2021. It's really that good. I can see that. Damon Forbes, welcome to the stream. Do not like River Raid, huh? See, that's the thing. Always have. There, I said it. See, I like River Raid for the standpoint of it's an impressive game and concept for the Atari 2600. Like, it is a really advanced game for the Atari 2600. Xevious is also a really advanced game. I don't really care for them though, and I don't want to say I don't hate them. Like, I'll play them, but they're not my favorite, and I wouldn't consider them essential. Yep, there it is. What did I tell you? I can spot those bots now. Oh, I gotta go back and hide that Russian account now. So is there a certain point where... Yep. Go ahead and... There's no second chances for bots, guys. For suspected bots. So, if you're trying to get a hold of me after that, it ain't gonna happen. Why the bot keep coming back? Yeah, I don't know. But yes, those 2 accounts were bots. Because now I'm getting several notifications that they keep trying to post. I don't know. That's why I wondered, at what point in time do you become big enough for bots to start attacking? Because when I first started streaming, and when I had like 2 subscribers, or maybe 20 subscribers, a bot attacked me back then, but then for the longest time, I was ignored by the bots. And then like these last couple of weeks, off and on, the last few weeks, off and on, I keep getting these bot accounts that come in and attack the stream. It's just interesting to me that there's no rhyme or reason for it. That's why I say computers are insane. Am I supposed to be fighting right now? Yep, apparently I'm supposed to be fighting right now. Oh, did I put in more than 1 credit? Yeah, I'm not interested in playing this game anymore. Why the bot keep coming back? Yeah, computers are insane. They try the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. What's happened there? The reason I always buy box NeoGeo games is so you can learn the moves from the instruction manuals as you go along. I have had to look at a lot of instruction manuals, but I looked them up online. Thankfully, a lot of them have been scanned in, or the gist of them have been posted online, so you can at least get the gist of it. Solaris, Atari 2600, great game. Okay, yes, you are right on Solaris. I have played that one. The Activision library, compared to the Atari in-house, is amazing, yes. Well, and that's 1981 to 1983. Prior to 1981, those people worked for Atari, so I mean, the games weren't bad then. Like Yar's Revenge and beats the heck out of Indiana Jones and E.T. I never cared for Indiana Jones either. A lot of people tell me, oh, that game's great. Adventure is a unique concept. It's kind of one of those things where I always like to tell people, the first iteration of something that's popular is never as good as the sequels. Like, people don't, and that's just talking about video games, because you can, if you're given the chance, you can iron out a lot of details with, what am I trying to think of? You can iron out a lot of things that were issues in the first game that you didn't know were issues. So the sequel of a game is usually better than the first, which is the opposite of movies. The first movie, the breakthrough movie, is usually better than the rest of the sequels. But if you take a look at movies like Star Wars, that's the exact opposite is true. The second one, I think, is leaps and bounds better than the first one. Star Trek, the second movie is definitely leaps and bounds better than the first movie. So, I mean, there's no golden rule with it, but I always think that sequels in games are better. So the Atari was the first game system. There were a ton in between, but the next most popular game system was the Nintendo. Leaps and bounds better than the Atari. So that's what I say about a lot of games. A lot of games that try to do more than what the Atari could do, then Nintendo does it better. But I can play like Asteroids. I can play Space Invaders. Do I have Last Blade? Is that another fighter game, 8-bit? I already told you I'm kind of burning on the fighting games. I don't want to end the stream on a fighting game, and we're coming dangerously close to running out of time for me tonight. I know I told you I have a shorter stream tonight just because I'm on very little sleep. I still have some online assignments to grade. I'm going to pull up Last Blade, but if it's a fighting game, prepare for disappointment. I'm assuming this is Last Blade. It's called whatever the ROM was called, so. River Raid 2. I never played that, Future Cop. But that is a good point. I don't know. Is that sorry, that is an error. So no, I do not have Last Blade. Yeah, that's definitely a Last Blade, but it doesn't play. And that's part of the problem with, that's why I don't always use why I don't like going back to the emulator, but tonight we didn't have a... Let's go with, games I still have yet to play. Tell you the truth, it's getting pretty far. Oh, let's go with a Metal Slug. I don't remember which one I left off on, though. I'm going to play Metal Slug to finish out the stream, but I got to figure out which one I got to play next. Metal Slug 4 is where I left off. Metal Slug 5. Here we go. Which one do I want? Metal Slug 5 Plus? Let's go with the original. Let's see what happens. Solaris is a great game. The Activision library compared. Or it could be a hacker. It could be. But like I said, I don't know. What's the... How can they hack with the stream? Okay, now I'm scared because I said hacker and the echo dot went off. SNK, play more. Let the demo go through here for a little bit. Yeah, well, that's a good one about River Raid 2. I don't know about that one. Some leaks as to PS5 all backwards compatibility. I did see that, Damon. Has anyone else seen the leaks that were coming out on the for a new subscription service, basically Sony's version of Game Pass? I mean, PlayStation Plus is kind of like Xbox Live Gold. So they had to come up with a new one for that. I thought so, 8-bit. I think I've played it before, I just couldn't remember. Let's see if I have... Do I have pre-captured footage of Last Blade? I do. And Last Blade 2. I have played both of those. Did I play it on stream? Oh, this is all in Japanese writing, so probably not. There was a point in time where I forgot to change the text into English, because I guess the SD cart will change the region to the ROM, so if it has English text in there, it'll use the English text to the Japanese, even though I'm on the Japanese console. Try a different game genre besides fighting games so you don't get bored. Hey, you know what? I didn't say I was getting bored. I said I was done. I was getting burnt out. So it's not boredom, it's... Don't make me hate it. Can't go wrong with Metal Slug, that's right. What's their motivation? Why they want to hack your channel? I mean, really, it's because they don't know. They don't know what they can get if they try to hack my channel. That's what I said. If they get it, they try to get in, and then they try to figure out, did we get anything good? Nope. Okay, we'll just move on to the next one. Maybe they'll cause some havoc before they leave. That's what I said. They don't... that's why I say with bot attacks is that it's not personal. They're just literally trying to get into anywhere they can. And then afterwards, there may be someone who says, okay, did we get anything good? But in some cases, they'll sell the access to your whatever they get access to before they even know if it's worth anything, just because it might not be. Information is the new currency. Johnny Rebel, welcome to the stream. Thumbs up emoji. How's your night going? River Raid 2 was not very good. Definitely not as playable as the original. So there you go. No golden rule either. You already disproved me. My next example is going to be Crash Bandicoot 2 versus the original Crash Bandicoot. Woo, leaps and bounds better. Uncharted, same game company, versus Uncharted 2. So much better. Let me see here. Spyro 2. Spyro 2 was good. I don't know if I can say it's better than the first one. Maybe just as good. The third one was definitely not as good. The third Spyro. Alright. Oh, yes, I forgot. I can put in as many quarters as I want now, so I can keep going with this game if I really want to. Alright, I gotta remember how to play. And I don't remember which button is which, so... You've seen that same other user on a couple other streams this week? Well, that's the thing about that, is you'll probably see that beginning, but they can change it by one character and it becomes a whole nother user. So they probably have 100 or 1,000 of those accounts that I would have to block. Damon says, saw a YouTube scam where they try to sell you a channel backup and then delete your channel. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, that's where I said, did you guys hear me say my Twitter messages? There's someone on there who said that they were going to, if I give them a free Amazon review, or an Amazon review, they'll give me a free podcaster mic. One of those things where I'm like, nope, sorry, I don't trust you. The best way to contact me about solicited offers is not through private messaging. Those of you who know me know exactly how to get a hold of me for those channel offers. Another thing too is that I don't, if you know my channel, I don't review tech products. I'm not saying I'm completely against it, but I said the only channel, I'm sorry, the only product I would review on the channel if someone offered me a free thing for it would be like a homebrew title. I'm always happy to review a homebrew title, but just keep in mind you're not buying a positive review. You're just getting me to look at your game, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. To date, that has not happened. So I did review a homebrew title called Micro Mages, but that was not a paid endorsement. They didn't give me a free copy. I backed it because I was very interested to see how the game turned out, and that game is awesome. So I decided to go ahead and to give it a review because I thought I should spread the word about it. Chances are, though, if you give me a game for free, and if I'm going to give it a bad review, I will probably ask you, hey, do you want me to put this bad review out there, or do you just want me to keep my mouth shut? That's kind of that whole thing of, you know, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all kind of mentality. Whoops. How did I jump off the boat? I didn't know I could do that. Oh, we have some native tribesmen coming in. Let's jump. There we go. Where's my bombs? Yeah. I feel like it takes a lot of shots to kill these people. Uh-oh. Yep. Oh, okay. I was like, why am I getting stuck there? So I'm just going as fast as I can. But yes, there is a way if you want me to look at that stuff, how you would usually get in touch with me. You want me to do like reviews or want a shout out for something, and that is by getting a hold of me via email. That does go to an email that I check, and yes, there have been people who have solicited offers from me that I've turned down. I've turned down most everything that I've been offered for that kind of stuff just because, yeah, again, I don't know. I don't want to say it goes against the channel, but it goes against what I usually want to do on the channel. Ooh, I'm in a mech suit. How do I fire a weapon? Yeah. I can double jump. But I'm also trying to play this game too, and it's... I'm a-going. This thing moves like molasses, though. Come on, give me some health. Or some fuel or whatever I need for this. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that what I desire. Come on. Jump.
Thank you.
Up, I had to abandon it anyway. Now we have hot lava. Hot lava. Have I lost any lives yet? I feel like I've lost like only 2 lives out of the usual like 500 I've usually lost by now. These games where they have been... Oh. So here's the problem. Can't turn... There we go. Finally lost a life. We'll stick with this character. I just want to call that a homing, even though it's not. Oh, still got me. I realize I make the same noise he does when he's caught. Oh! There it is. No? Not dead yet? Out of bombs. This is just the first stage boss, and I couldn't take him out with just the bombs that I get? Ah, tried to jump. Too late. Come on. There we go. Just need a couple more quarters to get him. No prisoners. Oh, OXO, you got flagged because if you guys say the name, I think it's going to start flagging you. So sorry. That's why you got blocked. I'm not blocking you on purpose. If your channel get hacked, the hacker can delete all your video account. Be careful. I will say this. I keep an off-site backup of everything that's on the channel, so if we do lose out, I mean, the only bad thing is you'll have to start from scratch again, build up a user base and everything. I don't know how I'd let you guys know. I guess I'd let you know on my other accounts if those don't get hacked, if that were to happen. But I do have a plan. I already have another YouTube account I could use. So, oh. Like I said, it's always hope for the best but plan for the worst kind of scenario. So, I mean, the other channel has nothing to do with video games, though. The other channel, damn. The other channel may be more suited to something else. Yep, I'll say I'm trying to get out of there. Okay, I just let a rat go for some reason. Can I get through there? Nope, I gotta jump. Oh! Come on. Not getting trapped on this bridge. Yeah. Power through. Oh, I still got hit. Very detailed graphics. This looks like something that would have come out for like the PlayStation or the Sega Saturn in terms of its 2D graphics. Oh. Up in some more quarters. We're going after it. I ran out of bombs. I thought I was still hitting him with bombs. Okay, I don't know what these things are, but they look like they need to die. I tell you how amazing these games look on a CRT. I mean, these games look pretty sharp here, but you think these games look good now, you should see these on a CRT. Oh. I will say this, I do appreciate your guys' concern for the channel, though. It really does show that you guys, I guess, care about it. Not that that was ever in question. I have to make that noise every time? No. It's just my natural reflex. Go back? What? Yeah. You bring it in here? Oh, he's got more of these. More of these people. Glad you can't hit yourself with your own bombs, because I would be dead 400 times over by now. I'll put it there. The soundtrack to these games are usually pretty good. I think I saw that. Do I prefer retro games on a CRT or HDMI? I prefer retro games on a CRT. And that's why I said my perfect stream setup would actually have me looking at these games on a CRT and you guys looking at them upscaled properly. And I am very close to having that being a reality. But not close enough. Just a couple more things I gotta straighten out for that. First off, I have to get some sort of splitter. Oh, here we go. So that I can... Oh, we're going to turn it like an R-type style? Yep. That's right. The detail on this thing just downs me. Oh, but now they're all getting sucked back in. Oh! Oh, he's hitting me. Didn't think that was hurting me, but it did. I just saw my health bar just got drained. And there it is. Trying. Ah! Oh! I can fly. Why not? It'll be great is if I didn't have to press this button 400 times on there. Yeah, my favorite way to play retro games is on a CRT. Just how it is. Now I don't have to. I also. I mean, it's not a very... How was I supposed to avoid that? It didn't look like there was any clearance in that. I will say, like, I don't have, like, a PVM or commercial-grade CRT or anything like that. Maybe. So, consumer-grade CRT is best. Because that's what these games were designed to be played on. Yep. I tried to avoid that, but couldn't. That's a new one. I should choose a different character just in case that's going to have any different results. But I'll say this, if you're retro gaming on a PlayStation 3 or even a PlayStation 2 with component cables, you can probably do the... That didn't last long at all. You can probably game on a flat screen. It doesn't have to be a CRT for that. So whatever the game was designed to be played on is what you should play it on, is basically what I was getting at for that. He's on fire and smoking. I got him. Ooh, took so many quarters though. I got a free ColecoVision book review. Having a Twitter gaming account. Oh, nice. Just booking pictures from your box ColecoVision. Very, very nice. Using HDMI make the game look crisp though. Yes, that's true. But in terms of nostalgia, I mean, if it doesn't look like the way I played it as a kid, I noticed that way back in the day. I will say this. Having the... Ooh, I didn't see what hit me. Oh, I didn't see that. Alright, different character. Oh, he knifed me. Like, having the RetroTink 5X Pro upscaler is the only way I will play these on a flat screen now. Because I did notice with, like, emulation and things like that, some graphics look more crisp, but then effects like dithering, like on the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo, look so much worse on a flat screen, even with emulation, even with 1080p natural native output resolution. So just because you're playing it on the best does not mean it's going to look the best. However, I mean, there are exceptions to every, like I said, every rule there. My personal preference is, and this was just me as a kid, I noticed that some games, like Super Mario World, when I first was emulating it on PC back in like 1999, 2000, I noticed, I'm like, why does it look so much worse on this monitor than it did on a CRT? And I've just kind of kept that philosophy. Oh, that knife there too. For another quarter. There we go. Because, like I said, they were designed to take advantage of the low resolution, blurring the lines a little bit, making it look as crisp. And it just, I mean, honestly, with some games, obviously not all, they look so much better when viewed on a CRT as a result. Don't you dare. Now I get gas. Were you about 20 minutes ago when I needed it? Yeah. I like to call these guys quarter suckers, because that's all they do, is suck your quarters. I was going to say, I'm trying to, it's not scrolling. I've heard people ask me things like, so if I'm all about the playing on a CRT, why don't I just point a camera at a CRT and stream that? Thankfully, nobody's asked me that in a long time. But just to let you know, that doesn't look good either. Not for you guys. Looks good for me. But that's been the whole point, is that you guys won't be watching this on a CRT. If any of you guys actually watch my stream on a CRT, you need to let me know that. That'd be awesome. You have to let me know if it actually looks any decent. Because the problem is, at that point, it's not going to be scaled correctly. I'm outputting at a resolution that's much higher than your CRT wants. Ah. I'm going to change my character again. I feel like this one's not working the way I had planned. Let's try this guy. Dead. Oh, I don't know what that 2H was, but I should have grabbed it. Yeah. Oh, still a guy there. Didn't realize he was still alive. Our last one. Okay, I don't know who that bad guy is. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was gonna say I have the feeling I need to jump over that. I'm sorry guys, I am running on the point where I need to be done with the stream, and I haven't stopped streaming yet. You guys caught me with a good game. Changing the pattern on me. I don't know what that's doing, but okay. Ah. And now it's going to take away, I'll say, take away all my ability to, back to my original character. Very hard to shoot down in this game at an angle like that. Knew that was coming anyway. Oh, I guess I forgot what I was doing. There you go, trying to shoot down again. Just not working. There we go. I agree, thumbs up with that guy too. Curved screen mons also look amazing for some reason. To be honest, both your big CRTs are flat screens anyway. Well, I guess that probably wouldn't make too much of a difference. Master System, Mega Drive, Saturn, Dreamcast, NeoGeo all play fine on a flat screen via SCART, just like the look of CRTs. Yeah, that's kind of my thing too. I don't think any of them look necessarily bad. It's just all a matter of preference, right? But that's also why I won't tell people that you have to have a CRT in order to play certain games or anything like that. Like Star Fox, Donkey Kong. Here's a good example, Donkey Kong Country. I hear a lot of kids say that game looks so bad nowadays, and that, oh man, this... And a lot of people say that they use pre-rendered graphics at all. It just looks so dated immediately. But I gotta tell you, on a CRT where those... Uh-oh. How do I get back down? Stuck. There we go. On a CRT, those games do look fantastic, and I've had a lot of unbiased people, I guess maybe they're biased because I tell them, "See, it looks so much better, doesn't it?" And then they go, "Yes." Probably because they're tired of arguing with me. But hey, I'll take it. That just means they agree with me. How did I die there? You can tell now I'm just trying to get through as much as I can before I turn this off. I am going to save the state, and I might just stop it right there. Oh. It's a pretty good conversation in the chat tonight, but yes, it is about that time. I need to finish things up. I need to get to bed early tonight because I didn't get very much sleep last night, and I have a lot more work to do before I hit the hay. Metal Slug 5, honestly a good one. I don't know how I can compare it to everything else. Out of the Metal Slug series, I like this one a lot. But I guess it's kind of the same thing. If you played one, you pretty much played them all, right? Oh, I can enter in my initials. SNK. Oh yeah, I forgot. They'll change it to SNK if you just do AAA. Game over. Look at that. I got the first score. I bought my way to victory. Remember Donkey Kong being released in 1994? The graphics. Oh yeah, the graphics were amazing for that at the time. But what made me think about that was Star Fox. Star Fox looks better on a CRT. It just does. They pulled off a lot of trickery to get that going. I remember that's another thing too. The games that people younger than me have said, I can't believe this was ever popular. Like that's the attitude I get from them if they don't directly say it. And that's what I have to say. I'm like, you gotta view it on a CRT. You gotta view PlayStation 1 games. Definitely viewed better on a CRT. Same thing with N64. And I'm talking unmodded. Unless you've modded your system and you have something, or like the external, the RetroTink 5X Pro, to upscale it, it's not going to look very good. If you just plug in a composite signal into your TV, number one, if your TV accepts it, it's just, like I said, it's not going to look as good in most cases, or at least in some cases. Disrespect all the graphics in retro games, yep. Now, no matter what you do to Atari, they're not going to look any better. Atari looks about the same on a CRT as it does an emulator. Because the pixels and the graphics are always... Oh, does it want me to go again because I still have a quarter left over? Even though it's pre-rendered at a polygon, yep. Well, guys, I will tell you this. Next week, there's not going to be a stream. I am not going to be here on Monday, so I will not be able to be here to stream. And I would just reschedule the stream, but the problem is I don't know what day is going to work. I could earmark Sunday, but my niece is going to be turning 5 this Sunday, so I might not be here for that. And then my usual Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is usually booked. I have stuff on Friday. I mean, if anything, the next day I don't think I'll be busy is maybe, and Saturday's booked too. So I mean, it's coming up that time of year, isn't it, where we're all going to be busy and doing stuff. So, yeah, stream is definitely not on Monday next week, but if I can, I will try to stream maybe on Tuesday next week. Not guaranteeing anything. It probably is not going to happen at all. But I'll post it on the stream on the channel. Either way, if I'm going to be streaming or not on next Tuesday. I do have a video coming out on Thursday. It is a video that's been in the making for a long time. It is going to be on the arcade game Asteroids. So yep, I'm finally continuing that arcade series that I started earlier this year. Figured I'd be a while. I'm still working on some NeoGeo stuff. So as you guys can tell in this stream. So that might come out the week after. I also have a video on the OG Xbox that may come out. And those could be the last 2 videos of the year. So I might try to do like a best game finds of the year kind of thing, or this year in review on the channel for the New Year's stuff. Just something simple, just to have a video to post, because I won't have a lot of time to make videos over the next couple of weeks. But then when we go on Christmas vacation for the school, I will have a little bit of extra time. And yeah, I have some news that can share in the new year and all that stuff. So yep, great stream tonight, guys. You guys are gonna make me miss it for the next couple of weeks. I will fiddle with my NeoGeo to get it working again. I think I know what the issue is. It's just I probably just have to give it time, because I left it unplugged for a little while, and that for some reason the system doesn't like. So appreciate that. Chris, thank you so much for being on the stream. 8-bit, you guys are here for a while. Cheers for the stream. Nice to have a NeoGeo Monday. Hey, no problem. You're going to be very sad when I'm done with a NeoGeo system, aren't you? Although there will be more SNK games to be had, because some of them came out on the Super Nintendo as well. David says I should premiere my videos on the live stream. Oh, the problem is they're not done yet. Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, I will be working on that video, trying to get it out by Thursday. It's not done yet. So they're never ready by Monday. I've tried live premieres in the past, and I don't personally like them. So I mean, it's kind of hard to do that. I think a lot of people just would rather watch it on their own time. So I'll just let everyone else have it. Cool. Big fan of the OG Asteroids. Yes, I'll be playing. It's going to be the arcade 1-up machine that I have, but I also play it on a vector monitor. It's called Mindstorm though. If you guys can get where I'm going with that. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. I can't wait to get that video out to you guys on Thursday. And if I stream, again, I'll put it in the chat. I will have a video coming out this Thursday and next Thursday, though. So there shouldn't be, unless something catastrophic happens, shouldn't be a big issue. Oh, yes. And if you guys can send positive thoughts, prayers, or good vibes my way. My dad is going in for surgery, not this weekend, but next weekend. So that's why I'm also trying to get all this stuff done beforehand, because I'll be helping my dad out after this, going in for hip replacement surgery. It's been a long time coming, so I appreciate any positive thoughts you guys have on that going through here. So he's just getting to that age. Parents are getting older. I'm getting older too. So that said, have a great night, guys. I will see you all next time. Because if not next week, definitely the Monday after. Not too long before Christmas. 8-bit got it. 8 Mindstorm is a great built-in game. All right, have a great night, everyone. Stay warm, and see you in the next one.